So if you look at that thumbnail that I uploaded, and many can relate to this, that drove on New Year's Eve, you got your 85 cents back. Wow, Lyft paid you the 85 cents back. The one express payment trying to get your money, they reimbursed you the 85 cents. Who gave the green light? Obviously, hashtag David Glitcher, David Risher as he calls himself. David, listen up, CEO of Lyft, right? As I said before, I think there's going to be many investigations into this, and I think in the weeks or the months to come, we're going to find out some very interesting things. If you look at that thumbnail right there, right, you may have received some tips. Observing, it says when are you observing? It's either a certainty, right, that you got a tip, or you didn't get a tip, right? Oh, observing that there were tips coming in, we reimbursed you $6. Yesterday I made a video of somebody getting $15.68, right? 68 cents. Tips are straight numbers, right? So $6, you drive all New Year's Eve, you got $6 in tips. Oh, we observed some tips coming through. I'm not making this shit up. And then they use the word may. May is the most carefully used word to not get yourself into legal shit. It may or may not have happened. It may be raining today, it may be sunny. We may have stolen tips, we may have not. This may have been intentional, it may not. The way I see it, my opinion, right? And we got to go back here a little bit. David Glitcher, or otherwise known as David Risher, worked for Jeff Bezos, right? Amazon. Google it. Amazon had one of the biggest tip thefts by drivers. They literally, Jeff Bezos and Amazon, David Risher was one of his boys, they stole tips from the driver. They got sued big time, and then they settled for a fraction. So you're telling me that David Risher may not have learned those shenanigans and said, we got away with it sort of at Amazon, we got busted, but we settled for a small amount, we kept the majority of their tips. Maybe I try this trick, maybe, right? And this is not proven yet, but maybe I try this with Lyft. Here's the bottom line. You definitely managed to pad your books, your financials, end of 2023, cash on hand, all that money you collected before midnight. Now, some people were paid out on the 1st, some people were paid out on the 2nd, some people were paid out on the 3rd. A lot of people still haven't been paid out, David Glitcher. So what's going on there, right? And then some people that got paid out on the 1st or 2nd received their tips 3 or 4 days later. Oh, there may have been tips. We observed some tips coming through. It smells like a garbage truck. It smells like a rotten fish. I mean, think of the worst and the worst smell. That's what's going on right now at Lyft. And I'm reading a lot of your comments. People say, they're probably in major financial difficulties. Who knows? Maybe they're borrowing from Bob to pay Fred. Who knows what's going on? What is certain, what is for sure, that Wall Street did not like those shenanigans. The whole glitch thing blew up in the media. Thank God it did. That's why I also make so many videos. If I see something that's going to blow up that hopefully can push for change, I'll make a big story and multiple stories. That's why you see me still talking about this today, 6 days later. I've made probably 4 or 5 videos. If you really want to get the word out and get, if you want to have an impact, it's not one protest, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Ask the New Yorkers, ask the French. You cannot do things once off. That's why when we don't receive the love by February the 14th, Valentine's Day, yes, we protest, worldwide global protest. Yes, we protest at all the airports. Yes, we shut down the apps because they're not showing us love. They're not paying us. They're still engaging in wrongful deactivations. They're not keeping us safe, and they're stealing our tips. But we have to unfortunately do it multiple times until they start listening. That seems to be the formula here with any gig companies. You warn them, you do it once, a protest, You hit them a second, third, fourth, and fifth time, and then suddenly things starts changing, right? 2024, rise up, my friends. Don't put up with this bullshit. I honestly don't think that Uber or Lyft could afford many more glitches because they're already on the radar. And I don't know. David Risher has been there since mid-2023. He's done zero. David Risher, pack your bags, leave. I'm sorry, I gave you the benefit of the doubt in the first 60 to 100 days. I haven't seen anything from you. You're not doing anything for drivers. You're not doing anything for your company. Your shareholders are cashing in. They're selling stocks. That's a bad sign. Kristen Zverchek is cashing out. John Zimmer is cashing out. It's not a good sign. So to me, they're losing this battle big time against Uber. They have such an uphill climb if they want to recover. They'll probably have to engage in way more cost cutting, meaning start trimming the fat in San Francisco. But don't start with the drivers, because the more you take from the drivers, the more upset you create, the more drivers are leaving, and the more drivers simply will just log onto the Uber app. So you've got to think things through. But this whole stinky fish thing on New Year's Eve, tips days later, tiny amount of tips, $6. Surely a driver, or the average driver, I've seen them, $5, $6. Surely, if you have observed, as you say, tips, and a driver has gone out there on New Year's Eve, you're making more than $6 on the first trip, right? People will be tipping you 10, 20 bucks. It's the biggest tipping night of the year, Christmas and New Year's Eve. So I don't think you're going to get away with trying to sell drivers on the fact that they received $6 and then slap in the face, oh, here we go. So we don't, carry any liability. So we're not sort of bound to you. You get your 85 cents back. Here we go. Take your 85 cents back because we're not legally liable. In the meanwhile, you've padded your books and probably stolen the tips, right? I mean, shame on these arseholes. Shame on these arseholes. And even under Jeff Bezos and Amazon stealing Amazon Flex drivers trips, shame on them. They've all done this. I don't get it, right? So David Risher, who's out there in San Francisco, claims he takes some private trips once in a while as a CEO. If you were to find out, David Glitcher, that that specific trip you got paid $10 from this couple that you drove, and he's taken a handful of trips, and then you found out they gave you a $5 tip, but you didn't receive the $5 tip. Surely, even David Risher, would say, hey, hang on, I'm owed 15. I'm not owed 10. I'm owed 15 here. So where are the ethics? Where's the morality? Where's the honesty? Or do you just constantly move in the world of fraud because this makes you and your investors more money? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Seriously, I mean, is this how we do business these days? Reality check. Your comments, please. Did you get your 85? By the way, did you get your 85 cents back? Right? Did you get a $5 tip? Did they pay you any other compensation? Is there any sorry money? Sorry, we fucked up, and we're going to pay you 20 bucks or so for the pain. Is there anything like that? No. 85 cents. 85 cents is what you get back. It's a joke, ladies and gentlemen. It's a joke. So I just finished my third trip. I started early this morning at 4 a.m. A little tired, little voices a little rough, but man, having a good day. I'm gonna celebrate life. Have a good one, all of you. Please be safe out there, right? Doors locked, windows maybe cracked. Hey, excuse me, show me your ID. Can I see that this car is for you? Don't just let them in the back of your car. You never know. Could be a carjacker. So safety, 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 whatever it takes, my friends. Dash cams. And we'll keep on pushing. We'll keep on exposing. We'll keep on pushing. And, just to sort of end off, I watched a very good interview with Sergio and Mike B, I think. And Mike B, not going to mention his last name, emailed me twice. I said to the gentleman, I encourage you to start your own YouTube channel. You're very well spoken. You know, we got to report on the good, the bad, and the ugly. Unfortunately, there's more bad and ugly at the moment. Unfortunately, there's more unhappiness than happiness. Unfortunately, more people are, you know, reporting lower pay, more cuts than increases or boosts or, you know, surges or rewards or incentives. So you have to report on, you know, the state of the affairs, the current state. We can't deny right now things are not rosy. A lot of people are looking for other jobs, other possibilities. So stay tuned. We'll keep it real here in this channel. We'll definitely keep on calling them out. That's what I'm good at. And when I smell a rat or a stinky fish, I usually pursue it. I'll dig deeper. I'm going to keep on digging deeper because I think we just scratched the surface on this one. Have a good one. Happy weekend, my friends. Take care. Be safe.